Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
And we are live, and I'm speaking to DJ. Sorry about that. DJ Curator, Pamm Legg.
Hi guys, how you
How?
doing?
Yeah, I'm good. Good.
Cool.
You've just returned from your Europe trip. How was that?
Oh, it was absolutely mind blowing. It was really amazing. I went for gigs, and I also went to connect with the European SAR industry because they've got massive festivals there. It's very inspiring to see what's happening on the other side of the world. And yeah, it's great, great movement, great expression of freedom from everybody. I just love it.
Yeah, amazing. Pam, for somebody that comes from Africa, what is the response when you say to people, I'm from Africa, I'm from South Africa? I mean, people love that, right? From my own experience, they just love that. They
Yeah,
love hearing that.
some parts of the world, I think we have wildlife walking in our streets, like a lion passing by our front lawn or whatever. So it's quite funny for people's perception of us down here. They don't realize that we're actually quite forward-thinking people and that things are actually happening and that the wildlife is unfortunately has to be in reserves and stuff like that, that it's not completely just wild Africa out there.
Yeah. Yeah, I almost get the feeling that people think that there's an endless supply of wild animals and an endless supply in abundance of whatever it is that we have on this side, and that's just not the truth.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
No,
So,
no,
Pam,
it isn't actually.
yeah, it's not. Yeah, exactly. We wish. We really do. So the topic at hand today is the trade in rhino horn, increasing the
Yeah.
demand, the Asian demand for the rhino horn, and also we're talking about the lion bone trade, which is massive. I didn't even know about that.
Lion
Like
bones, really? Is that what you're doing now?
yeah,
Lion bones.
yeah,
Seriously.
yeah. So
Well, first
yeah,
of
I didn't
all,
even know about that. You go ahead.
you know what, babe? It's what I can honestly say is I am so disappointed in humanity. I don't understand why human beings think it's okay on any level to go and shoot an animal, especially a wild animal. Besides what you're talking about, the trade in itself for the bones and the horns and everything. I mean, it's all just money at the end of the day. People don't need these things at all. It's just BS as far as I'm concerned. I also just have such a major issue with, say, like Americans coming into our country and doing this trophy hunting and having these female huntresses all over the animal carcasses and whatnot. Besides any of that, firstly, get out of our country, leave us alone, go find some other way to make some money, please. You don't need to come here. Second of all, the fact that they have these trades in the first place is absolutely disgusting. What's also a big worry is how did we go from one day a certain amount of poaching and hunting, and all of a sudden they just wiped everything out? Which one of our governments sold off our parts of our country or whatever? I don't know. It makes me so angry. And I know so many people trying to fight this thing, and it feels sometimes like a losing battle, like we're drowning in this stuff, you know? You've got these countries that are, I mean, these parts of Africa that are really poor, and that's why they're having poachers. That's why they're having these people who risk their lives and risk anything just to make money to feed their families. Because actually, what the problem is that the foundations of their work ethic or whatnot are not big enough for them to make enough money. So obviously, they come along. Some guy with from overseas trade or whatnot will be like, "Well, I'll give you a couple of $1,000 or rands or whatever to go and kill these animals." And I mean, that's why there's just it's brutal. It's disgusting. Like I wish that people would just wake up. Just
Yeah. Yes.
why is there even a
So what?
market for it in the first place? Is actually what we should be asking ourselves. But
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, so what we're talking
Sorry, I
about
got a
is
little bit
we're
hyped
talking
up.
about tradition. Yeah, no, 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 it's amazing. Like I have all sorts of viewpoints on the show today, and I love it. So we're coming from a point of respecting tradition and really like honoring something that's been put in place. But then we're also questioning.
What do you mean by that? Like, what kind of tradition? What, like
Yeah,
our
the
tradition or
ancient
their
tradition,
tradition?
like yeah, and there's a lot of red tape. Like you can't mention this, you can't mention that. You have to look at countries, you have to look at religions, you have to look at culture, you have to look at tradition. But then my question is like, when do we, when
Grow
like
up,
you can only honor something
evolve.
that's yeah, you can only honor something this far. And then you have to go, okay, well, at the cost of losing an entire species because it's becoming extinct because you're killing it. You know,
I don't know if I'm the right person to answer this, because as far as I'm concerned, take a
exactly.
tradition and shove it up your ass. We're living in the 21st century now. It's
Yeah.
also like the guys killing the dolphins out in Denmark, the Vikings. I mean, like, your ancestor was a Viking thousands of years ago, you know. You live in the 21st century. It's 2016 right now. Clearly,
Yeah.
the tradition's over. Clearly, we've moved on. Clearly, we have evolved. But no, these people, they just want to hold on to that so they can get away with it. I have a
Yeah.
feeling it's actually a lot of older generations. I think that the young people of today need to start standing up and go, you know what, traditions, whatever, man. We've moved on now. You can't go and
Mhm.
have rhino horns to make your dick grow bigger.
Thank you for
Sorry.
that, Pam. Thank you for coming onto the show. No,
I
it's
get
amazing. So,
so angry
okay.
with that. Come on, like, what are we doing? How can
Yeah.
these
So
people
show
still be
me
thinking
your,
that way?
yeah, no, it's amazing. So we need to, yeah, look, with all the
I
implementation,
think
all
it's
the
the young
conservation efforts
people.
that
The
we put in
young people
place.
need to turn around and go, enough with tradition now, enough with this religion. We all woken up already. We've all seen the light that you don't need to be. We're living in a new time now. We're living in a
Yeah.
whole new world. How in the world can we expect to carry on the way that our grandparents did, or our parents did, or even with the generation before that? We don't even have the physical resources anymore on this planet to even do any of those things.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I just wish the old people, they must just go and die already.
Oh
I'm
my God.
just
I'm
so
like,
angry.
I can't
Sorry.
answer to that. So listen, from you and stepping into maybe a little bit more loving Pam, because I know that you
Sorry, I
have
get so
so
hyped
much
up. I'm sorry.
empathy, so much
I,
empathy, and so much love for this world. I can see that you've made a choice, you've said yes to your own life, and that's opened up doors. So you see and you've experienced what it's like to have change come into your life and the possibility of that and how that empowers you and empowers other people.
I think what people need to start waking up to the idea is that life changes life. Life is change. That's how it
Yeah.
is. And
Yeah.
you know, especially in the last 10 years, on a technological level, everything has exploded. Things are moving so fast. So how can your views about tradition and the wildlife in the world and eco everything
Yeah.
not change as well? How in the world can it's okay to get the new iPhone, the new whatnot, the new whatever, but yet you won't look at real issues? I mean, even if you
Yeah.
want to get down to it, even just like simply recycling. Who recycles? Nobody. How can you not recycle, but you want to have children? You want to make babies,
Yeah.
but you won't make an effort for their future. That's just on one level. Then we're going to talk about food. Then we're going to talk about water. Then we're going to talk about wildlife. Then we're going to talk about
Yeah.
everything. So now it's getting to such a point where we're all getting so heavy, but let's just rather look at my phone.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
So Pam,
It's
what would
really
you like to
hectic,
say to the
actually.
what would you like to say to the end consumer that are using rhino horn and lion bones? Please, but
You
very
really want
nice
me to
way.
answer that?
Try not to swear at them. Try not to swear at them. But ask them from a loving space. Like, please become
If
aware.
if
Please
somebody
stop.
that was doing that or in that kind of trade was standing in front of me, first of all, I would have to take every ounce of my being to not punch them in the face. Second of all, I would just be like, what kind? What's wrong with you? Why can't you see that this is wrong? I mean, surely, in a pharmaceutical sense, we haven't created, you know, a chemical version of whatever that thing is doing for you. But are you seriously thinking it's okay for lion bone? I can't. I don't. Maybe I'm the
Okay.
wrong person to be saying this
No,
because
no,
I've
no, no,
probably
no.
killed it.
I love your enthusiasm. I love your fire. So Pam, show me your Earthlite 365 hashtag. Where is it? Amazing. Bring it into the screen. No, you have to say something.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Oh.
And yeah, so Pam, so my reason for connecting with you, amazing. I love that. Thank you so much. On the palm of your hand, show it to the world, post about it, have other people write it on the palm of
Yeah.
their hand. You are in the music industry, and that's such a powerful industry to be in. I would love to see you represent more of the goodness in this world, and I would love to work with you. And this is also the reason for me inviting you onto Earth Life 365 in reaching people through music and speaking through music about world issues, but also in a light way, in a happy way, in a let's dance on this type of way.
I
Let's
think I'm a
get
little bit
people
too
together
for that.
and yeah, and shake our booties. But yeah, thank you so much for your truth and your honesty and your just putting it out there. And we actually had a bit more of a loving session before you, so this is perfect. You know, it takes all kinds. It takes all kinds. But we are asking for people to please stop. So please stop. Do you want to say something
Well,
else?
it's not even please stop. Just wake up. Wake up. Everybody just
Yeah.
wake up. Really.
Yeah.
We're all going to
Yeah.
flipping go down in a very, 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 very bad way. And this is what you're setting
Yeah.
up for your children. So if you're having babies and you're doing all of this kind of stuff, you've got to wake up to the fact that we got to build them a better future. Because what are you doing? You know what I mean? Like, I mean, on a wildlife front, I mean, I implore you, I think it's amazing what you're doing. I'm just worried, like, I don't know how we're supposed to stop people from even wanting rhino. I mean, who's even doing this rhino horn? Is it like
Yeah.
old people? If it's old men, then no, sorry. Cheers, buddy.
Yeah. So
Goodbye.
let me ask you one more
But,
question
you
before
know,
we go. Let me ask you one more question before we say goodbye. I can give you 5 more minutes. What is your stand on the legalization of the rhino horn trade?
no,
Or
it
against it?
must just
Like,
stop. It must just stop. There is
exactly.
no trade. There should be no trade. It's bad enough what we do to meats. It's bad enough what we do to the dairy trade, the egg trade, the everything that us human beings do and touch is absolutely awful. Now we're targeting our rhinos. I mean, they're the most
Yeah.
beautiful creatures. Everything is beautiful. I'm probably the wrong person to speak about this, because as far as I'm concerned,
No, you're the perfect
the people who
person.
are involved in this, your karma is coming for you. It's coming for you and your family, as far as I'm concerned.
Okay.
There's all that. I mean, what else can we do? Karma is the only way that you're going to get it in your life,
Yeah.
because that's what I believe in. I believe what you put out there is what you get back. And if you are seriously involved, from actually pulling the trigger and chopping this thing's nose off its body to putting it in your body, you know, to being involved in a rhino horn trade or lion bone or whatever you people are doing, you're sick. You're sick. You need to change. It has to change. How in the world are we going to have a future with anything like, it's, I don't know if I'm the right person to talk about this. It makes me so upset. It makes me so angry.
No, Pamm, I love
I'm
you.
really
I
going to
love
go
you
jump in
right
a
now.
Chinese person now.
No, you know what? It's not even about that. I believe that there are.
I worry about the
It comes
future.
from that spirit. Yeah, that's where it's originated from, but I don't believe that it's only them using it. However, the demand, the
If the
factual
Western
demand,
people are
like the
using that as well, then shame on you,
exactly,
because then that's even worse. I'm sorry. Then you've got to screw loose, mate.
yeah,
Then there's something
yeah,
seriously, seriously wrong with you. But you know what the biggest problem is that it's the guys that are pushing the sales. It's the guys, and you know, those are South African people, hey? Those are local
yeah,
people that are doing it. I saw this one court case or whatnot. That's the main guy that's putting like the trade. The guy who's selling it and who's making the deals, getting the poachers to go out there and kill the animals just for money. And they're not even paying the
yeah,
poachers that much money either.
yeah.
They conning them too. So you, buddy, are the ones whose karma is coming for you. Because I would like to go say, yo, I'm going to someone go blixsome you, but that's not going to help. What am I going to do? We can't
It's not
fine you.
gonna
We
help.
can't
Yeah,
arrest you because the guys are going to, you know, let them go anyway. I bet you the guy that I saw in the news that was caught for this, he's probably back out there already. I wouldn't be surprised if our government hasn't even sold off the rhinos already.
yeah, yeah.
I don't know.
So
I
there's
just
a
think
yeah.
that if I don't know what we can do about it besides raise money to help the anti-poaching. I think that might be the only way that people like you and me can sit here and do anything about it. Because yeah, we're having a conversation now.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, we're
but
having a
I think that, you know,
conversation, but
that's
we're
the only
also
way.
yeah, we're having a conversation, but we're also talking about things that people don't know. They don't know it's happening because they're not aware of it. And the whole thing for Earth Life 365 is to
Well,
raise
lion bone,
awareness.
I didn't know about. Lion bone, what the hell?
Yeah, yeah. And the reason why, and like I said, lion bones as a substitute for tiger bones. So not cool. Just
Tiger
not.
bone now. Are you fucking serious? I did it again.
So,
I keep saying
Okay, this is why we are, all opinions matter, all point of views matter. Where do we step into the possibility of change, and where do we protect species instead of killing them, and where do we live in harmony with all life on Earth?
Well, the thing is, the people that will be watching this, the people like you and I are talking about it, we already think like that. So how are we supposed to change the wankers that are not thinking like that? Those are like, there's millions of them out there. I mean, pretty much everybody on this planet, almost, besides a small handful, don't actually care about pretty much anything, even themselves. So I'm sorry. I think that this is like a global, bigger problem.
Yeah.
I just wish that the whole of humanity would just wake up.
Yeah.
You know,
Amazing.
just wake up to
Become aware.
Recycle.
Yeah.
Yeah, babies recycle.
Recycle and stop using rhino horns. So
if you use rhino horn, you're going to go. You don't deserve to be. You don't deserve to be here, as far as I'm concerned.
So
and see those little huntresses that come to Africa and shoot our lions and shoot our everything, just so you can have a selfie with a dead animal. Really, buddy. Really, that's
cool.
low. That's so low. You know, there was this beautiful photo I saw on Facebook with a guy like taking a photograph of wildlife, and it says, "This is how you shoot wildlife with a camera, not a rifle."
Yeah.
I just wish these rich people would just leave our country alone, leave Mother Africa alone. It's our home. If you don't have anything good to contribute or learn from our country, then go back to the States or wherever that you come from.
Don't come here.
Leave us alone. Leave our rhinos. Leave our lions. Lion bone. Are you serious?
I'm loving you today. So listen, Pamm, let's do something amazing.
I don't think you've ever seen the side of me.
Let's do something amazing together. Thank you so much for coming on and speaking your truth and reaching out. I'm looking forward to your photo on Facebook and sharing that, and tag your buddies in the music industry, because there are people in this industry, just tag all the DJs, okay? I want to work with all of them. I want to work with you guys. I want to do something amazing, put something amazing together, and let's see where we can be the change that we seek. Yeah?
Yeah, I think
even
the best way to do
it
it
is we swear at everyone.
Or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, beautiful. Is there anything else you want to say?
No, just keep doing what you're doing. Everyone needs to do whatever they can, you know. And if you're not raising money for something or not doing something, then yeah, simply recycling will make it a little bit different. Think about it. Every single day that we live here on this planet, every single day, that's, you know, 365 days a year. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How many years that you're contributing? Think about how much waste just you as the individual create, just on a daily basis. Then add all those days up, and then add all those years up. It's quite a bit. And then we go and put how many people are actually on this planet. It's not the poor people that are creating the problems. It's us. Everybody that buys a little Woolies packaging, and buy the little this, and buy a little can, and buy a little thing, and you can't even separate your rubbish. That is a small way you as the individual can contribute. Yeah, we're talking about poaching, we're talking about the other stuff, but again, like, if you're not opening your purse to support what do you call it? Support anti-poaching or organizations, like on a financial way, because that's what you can do. I mean, it's not like we can go run out there and shoot poachers, as much as I would love to. If I'm going to fire a gun, it's going to be at a poacher.
And I also want to say something to that. You know, by supporting an anti-poaching unit, you know, there is a very big chance that you can find someone that is being trafficked, that are trafficking children or women. So these are anti-poaching units. Not only do they look after animals and wildlife, but they also look after humans. And go online, go and look for it. So Pamm, thank you for mentioning that, because that is very important. Stop buying shit in anti-poaching units, okay, or wildlife organizations, ethical wildlife organizations, and get your groove on. Do something amazing in this world. Speak up like this chick has. Speak your truth. Don't shut your mouth. And but yes, I am saying we are looking at everything, and one of it is how do we honor all life, not just a tradition, all life.
I think how you can honor all life is in your day-to-day living. You got to be conscious about what you're eating, not about the fact that you got to put something in your body, but just think about how it got to your plate. A lot of meat eaters, for instance, forget about that kind of thing, you know. And if you're going to eat meat, fine. I'm not telling you that you can't, but wake up to where it came
Know where
from.
it's coming
You know, it
from.
didn't just become a burger. You know, something had to give birth to that. Something had to grow. It had to, like, you know, live a few years or months or whatever it is, and then it gets you know, hacked to death and skinned and fried and packaged and driven across the flipping whatever, and then only then does it land up on your plate. But hey, let's just eat meat because meat is cool and a man must eat. Don't even get me on that. Don't even get me on that.
Okay, I'm going to invite you again on this, and we'll do some vegan talks, and we'll do some food talks.
Oh,
And
don't get
talk
me on
about
that.
the farming
I've been a
industry.
vegetarian since I was 9. I haven't eaten red meat since I was 9 years old. So as soon as I knew that I could change, I told them, no, I'm not eating this. But I'm not saying that people must not eat meat. That's not what I'm saying. Eat whatever you want. But just wake up. Stop being closed-minded just because you don't really want to see. I can guarantee you, the majority of people who ate meat out there, if they had to go and kill their own animal and look it in the eye and cut its throat, guarantee you'll become a vegetarian too.
Yeah, they will not eat it. I agree with that. So Pamm, listen. So from myself and from Pamm, DJ Tunerator, go and share it with your friends, Pamm.
Yeah, well.
Stop. I'm aware of what you're consuming, and don't come to Africa and kill our wildlife. We don't have an endless supply of it. Like Pamm says, it's just not fucking cool. So change your ways.
Zombies on your TV,
I'm trying to say goodbye.
Leave us alone. Like those huntresses. Really, I swear to God, I would smack her in the face. I'm not a violent person. I'm not a violent person, but that kind of thing, those huntresses, and they're posing with their rifle on a lion. Are you mental? I don't understand how people think it's okay. These rednecks from butt America. I'm sorry, man. And then they come here because some American guy owns a farm or whatever. It's
it's not cool.
You know those canned hunting things I'm talking about. It's next level. It's even worse.
Yeah.
You know, they don't even go and hunt these animals. They shoot them in cages, and then they take a selfie because daddy paid some money.
Yeah. So the canned hunting, just maybe if you want to raise some awareness on that, Pamm, like the canned hunting industry goes hand in hand with the lion bone trade.
I'm sorry, I don't believe in the devil or anything like that, but that's demonic as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah. So what they do is they shoot the lions. One is the head, and then the bones and the skin get shipped off to Asia or wherever the demand is for that. So that's something, if you're passionate about that, Pamm, you can raise a bit of awareness on that. I had no idea we even considered.
It's absolutely disgusting. They are disgusting human beings. Do you people hear that? No. If any of you are hunters or whatnot, and you can actually look at something, pull a trigger, and kill it, you are fucked in the head. I'm sorry. I don't care what people want to say, that I'm swearing or whatever.
People are going to have field day with you. I love you.
It makes me so angry. You know, there's so... why don't you rather go shoot a poacher? If you're going to kill something, go shoot a poacher. Go shoot the guy that's shooting the... it's like a wicked circle. But you know what? People that have money and whatnot have been raping Africa since day one. So I don't know how we're supposed to stop it. And then our country's so poor anyway because they're corrupted and everybody. It's just like, we could be the most richest, beautiful country in the world, but no, people can't see that. You know, let's just rather take from Africa, and give back. When did any of the humans that live on Africa ever give back?
Yeah, exactly. So Pamm, I have to say goodbye to you. You were such a treat. We were supposed to speak for 15 minutes, and we're so over that time. So I'm going to share this screen with everyone. Post your picture on it, tag me and Earth Alive in it, the public page, and love you. Thank you for speaking up and speaking out and raising some stuff. And let's go raise some more awareness. Okay. Wow.
I hope I made some sense. But I think the best way for any of us to help out by sitting at home is to open our purses. That's, I think, the best way to do anything.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you so much. Have a great day.
Brilliant. I'm going to meet you. I'll speak to you again.